Oh, Body Armor, please sponsor us. Wow, this is very good.
Maybe they will.
Bro. Okay. You never know, Dylan. This could go like crazy viral. You post like a reel of this,
Yeah.
and then like
You don't
Body
need to go
Armor
to
actually
college.
comments, and they're like, "Yo,
Bye, William and Mary.
what did he say?" Oh,
I hate you. I hate you. I hope you die. I hate you and I hope you die.
Audio listeners, I'm his brother. Is the context.
You are destroying us. You are killing us. Welcome back to the Pulp Diction podcast. I'm your host, Lex Luthor. Who am I here with?
I'm Tucker.
I'm Connor.
And Connor. Uh-oh.
Oh my goodness.
It was
fine.
Superman.
It was not.
It was Superman! He unplugged my microphone!
Of course, only answer.
Homelander.
Homelander isn't real, idiot. I wouldn't expect you to know that. Unlike a genius like myself.
Of course.
We're talking about Superman today, released a few weeks ago, July 13th? 11th, July 11th, 2025. I think we saw it on the 11th, and I saw it again a couple days later with my friends, and it was just as good the second time. I just said what I think about the movie. What do we think about Superman 2025? Directed by James Gunn. I don't know if I said that.
Movie of the year, I think.
You think so?
I don't even watch a lot of movies, but I can already tell it's going to definitely be up there. It has to be. I mean,
It's a great little movie for the superhero fans out there,
yeah, and I think
And for the supervillain fans.
and for the supervillain fans.
I think it's a good start to the DCU.
Totally.
I think that there's so many directions that they can go with this, whether they want to go with movies or shows. I know they said that they want to do 2 movies a year, 1 animated movie, and I think 1 show.
Something like that.
Something
yeah.
like that. And I think this is a good lead up to that.
It is, because so far we've had this. We had Creature Commandos, which is also really good. And later this year, we're getting Peacemaker Season 2.
That's blessed.
It is so blessed. I love the first season. Have you seen it?
Cameo.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Not to, well, spoiler alert. But yeah, Peacemaker is one of my favorite characters James Gunn's worked with. I had no idea he existed beforehand, but he does that, you know? And he kind of did that with this movie too, with these smaller characters introducing. Because, I mean, Superman's the biggest of the big. He's the original superhero. And I get the sense he was kind of nervous to go about this project because of that.
Yeah.
Because it's unlike anything else James Gunn's ever done.
Yeah, he normally takes the smaller characters and
like
brings them to life.
Guardians of the Galaxy,
So I
these
think-
not even C-listers that he
Yeah.
brought to the mainstream.
Yeah. I think he did a good job with the characters in this movie. I think he gave the majority of them a good amount of screen time.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about that, but I think there's 2 characters that I think didn't get enough
Could have
screen
used a
time.
little more.
I think that Mr. Terrific, my favorite, honestly.
Dude,
was really cool.
He stole every scene he was
know.
in. And that's another character. Like, a lot of people in the mainstream audience
I didn't know who he was.
Didn't know who
What?
Mr. Terrific
Who's
was
that?
before this. And now a lot of people are saying he's the highlight of the movie.
Yeah. Tucker.
Do you have any thoughts on Mr. Terrific?
He was terrific.
I hate you. I hope you die.
I liked him a lot. I thought that it was cool to do the needle drop with him, especially like to introduce his powers, because that was the introduction of the extent of his ability, which was cool. I love needle drops.
Yeah, that's another thing James Gunn does a lot. And he definitely restrained himself a lot on this movie. Like, I mean, because his usual style, a lot of needle drops, fight scenes synced to music, a lot of like crass, dirty, rude, or immature humor, and all these usual pastiches of his, I think he held himself back for because he wanted to do right by Superman. It's a big deal to be doing this character. This is the flagship DC character. And, I mean, in recent years, Batman's probably bigger, to be honest. But Superman will always be the original.
OG.
The OG. And I appreciate that he held himself back. But the Mr. Terrific fight scene, I felt, was him sort of letting loose and being able to do what he wanted to do. And it was very, like, Yondu-esque. I could feel it in that scene. I'm like, I feel like he misses directing Yondu. You know?
Yeah.
It
was bar for bar.
The T-spheres flying around with, like, the arrows flying around. The come a little bit closer scene in Guardians 2. Amazing trilogy, Guardians. Watch the Guardians of the Galaxy episode. And, the song used, I'd never heard before.
I never heard it.
But I've listened to it a lot since then. I'm a big fan. It's a fun song.
Pretty groovy tune.
Pretty groovy, yeah.
I think he was still able to bring, like, his... What's the word I'm
personality?
Yeah, his personality to the movie really well.
Yeah, despite holding himself back. Yeah.
Look at Green Lantern, right? So I think he could have gone Hal Jordan. That would have been so easy.
Yeah.
But I also think that would have taken a little bit of the spotlight away from Superman, which I think is a good reason why he took these characters like Mr. Terrific and Hawkgirl. And
Metamorpho.
Yeah, Metamorpho. That's another good one. But I think because they're not as big of characters, they still play a role and they're really important.
And they don't steal the spotlight.
And I like that. But as I was saying, I think that Guy Gardner was a really good pick. Especially who?
Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
He played him so well.
So good.
And he was hilarious in every scene.
It was really good, really good. And okay, you know this. We're doing spoil. It's not really a spoiler. But,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, at the end, when Superman wasn't able to make it to the war.
Yeah,
right?
the Jarhead war.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then Guy Gardner came through.
You get the upgrade.
So cool. Yeah,
I know.
That's so good.
He waves his hand, the middle finger's coming out.
Yes,
I wish
so
that hadn't been in the trailers. Okay. But
that was so good.
It was so good. I love, like, his personality with the middle fingers and everything. You get the upgrade. The bowl cut. The bowl cut is so perfect. And Guy Gardner is a Green Lantern that, I mean, he's not the most well-known. He's no Hal Jordan or even Jon Stewart. But, I mean, Tucker, you and I, we grew up watching Batman, the Brave and the Bold.
Dude.
And I feel like
that's what I was just thinking about.
They used Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, the most.
Yeah.
Because that's another show that likes to put a highlight on, like, these sort of B-list DC characters.
Dude, you got me just reminiscing about the video game too.
Oh my gosh!
Because there was a level where we play as Hal Jordan.
Was there?
Yeah,
I did.
It was pretty freaking
sweet. Yeah, the Batman, the Brave and the Bold for the Wii, the Nintendo
what a throwback.
Wii. I know, and like this movie feels like a throwback. It brings me back to being a kid, watching Superman stories, and
it's not very commercial. Is what like It's super, like, it appeals to a broad audience, but it's doing so without being, like, commercial.
There's a lot of love in this movie.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it so good. Like, Quentin Tarantino once said, it was something along the lines of, like, if you love movies and just have a passion in your heart for it, then it's hard to make a bad movie. And you can kind of feel that. You can feel the love in this movie for Superman, for DC, for all these characters, Lois Lane. Rachel Brosnahan does such a good job. Probably the best Lois Lane we've had on screen.
Wait, who else played?
Margot Kidder in the 78 one.
78.
Amy Adams in the DCEU.
She was okay.
She was okay.
She was so average.
The issue is she didn't have any chemistry with Cavill.
No.
You look, the best way I've seen it put, and we can get into Man of Steel later because I think that's been a big point of contention.
I haven't watched that.
Good Lord, Snyder fans.
Oh my gosh. But the best way I've seen it put was that in the promotional pictures of Cavill and Adams together, it looked like he was arresting her.
God.
Because they didn't have any chemistry, unfortunately. They're both good actors on their own, I've liked them both in other things, but they just didn't mesh, you know? Like, Snyder's Superman he was more reminiscent of New 52 Superman, in that I could have seen him dating, like, Wonder Woman more than Lois Lane.
Yeah.
And that's not necessarily a good thing or something that I want in my Superman.
It's just different.
Yeah, it's different.
I wouldn't say evolved,
And I don't want to
say.
say bad. Because I don't think Man of Steel is bad. It's just that my biggest issue is that Man of Steel should have been their Batman Begins, but they tried to make it their Iron Man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it should have been a very self-contained trilogy.
I see what you mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead they tried to extend it into a whole universe.
Goofiest death ever.
Pa Kent?
Wait, I don't know.
So in Man of Steel, his dad dies because there's a tornado,
Right.
and the dad goes back to save a dog, and Clark is watching, and he's Superman.
He's Superman.
He can save him,
Superman.
but Kevin Costner, he goes, no, my invincible alien son. He doesn't say that. He just does this. And
he's a velociraptor.
And he dies he's Chris Pratting Henry Cavill. And
he's like,
he dies in the tornado because
wait, so this random dude, Kevin Costner, was just like, yo, don't go.
Well, his dad. Kevin Costner was his dad.
Oh, dude, that's so dope.
And he doesn't say
just kidding, that's awesome.
And like,
that's so cool.
And like in the fight with Zod, he like throws a truck at Superman. He jumps out of the way, and it hits a parking lot behind him.
Oh.
That's not Superman. I'm sorry.
Oh, you want to go into this?
I don't want. I shouldn't get into it. I shouldn't get into it.
That's not very Superman.
But it's such a shame to me that like so much of the discourse surrounding the new Superman just boils down to it's not Zack Snyder, and one side thinks that's a great thing, one side thinks that's the worst thing in the world, and there can't be any in between. You're insulted if you don't like the movie. You're insulted if you do like the movie. And I get that people are sad their favorite universe is gone, even though it wasn't that good. But, like, you need to, I don't know, respect the past, embrace the future.
Yeah, I understand where you're coming from that point. But, like, also... You just gotta move on. Okay,
yeah,
we gotta like.
You have to.
It's a reboot.
It's a reboot.
Yeah.
It's no different than when Andrew Garfield fans got mad.
Fortnite, okay.
Yeah.
When we reboot, what do we start with? Nothing. We lose everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is, I think that we just gotta cut ties with that and move on.
I think best case scenario for Cavill fans. Like 10 years down the line, DC does Crisis on Infinite Earths, which was like their original big crossover event. And there are two Supermen in that, I believe. So that can be their chance for Corrin Sweat and Cavill to meet and sort of bookend Cavill's run as Superman way down the line, sort of No Way Home it in a way, like how they gave Garfield one more chance. And I think this is very similar to Andrew Garfield being thrown away for Tom Holland, but I don't think Spider-Man fans were as bad about.
Yeah, no, I don't think it was this. Yeah, I agree. I want to start from like kind of like chronologically from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, let's.
I want to start.
It starts with
we have the lines of text.
The title. I love the decision to do a title crawl. It's Star Wars-esque. It serves the same purpose as Star Wars.
Wait,
drops you.
Was it a title crawl? I thought it was like 3.
I mean,
before.
it was, but it's like the same concept.
Okay, so do you remember the line? Like,
it was 3 centuries ago.
3 centuries.
Oh
ago.
yeah.
The first meta-humans appear on Earth.
Literally, instantly,
immediately we know like these crazy superpowered beings have been on Earth for centuries.
And
they're normal.
The question of who is that?
Yeah,
right?
And who are they? So that opens up a lot of like story potential, and again, it builds the world like Star Wars, so that you can be dropped in and skip a bunch of exposition.
Yeah,
and then it goes to 3 decades ago, I believe, when a Kryptonian baby was launched to Earth and found by Kansas farmers. 3 years ago, Superman made his first appearance. Okay. So we know that Superman is an established superhero. He has some experience, not a whole lot, but some. 3 minutes ago, Superman lost his first fight. So this just happened. And is there a 3 seconds ago? I'm not sure.
No.
But
it might have been like 3 seconds ago he landed here or
Yeah,
something
the first shot is he comes down on the snow, Yamcha pose. He's all beat up and bloodied.
Oh my god, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think it's a very interesting decision to start the movie on Superman all beat up and battered. Mm-hmm. Because I think I know why he did it. It's because one of the most common criticisms of Superman over the last decade has been he's boring because he's overpowered.
Yeah, I think that's a big one.
And that's a big misunderstanding.
Yeah.
And yeah, he does away with that misunderstanding by showing him all beat up. Because he's showing this supposedly overpowered hero torn down and battered. He's vulnerable, you know? And immediately that's going to make him more interesting to a lot of people, and it makes you think, well, how'd that happen?
Yeah, I think that a lot of people, they have this idea of, I don't like Superman because he's that guy he's basic, but he's completely overpowered and there's no point, there's no yada yada yada. But then we have in this movie, I think James Gunn just kind of he took Superman up here and he depowered him where he's still the strongest. It says that he's the strongest metahuman in the world, but we saw him get his tail handed to quite a few times. So I think that it's a good and a bad thing, but I think overall I think it's a good thing because you don't want to have a bland character, and I think it gives him.
It takes him to around DC animated universe level. Okay. Which I've been over the past year or so. I've been chipping away at Superman the animated series here and there, and it's good. I watched the Justice League show too, and he's really good in that. But he's he gets beaten up a lot.
I think that well then you have Crypto, I think,
and first time we've seen Crypto in a movie, a feature film, and I love Crypto, man. He's adorable. He's based on James Gunn's real dog. I don't know if you knew that, but I love that. He's just this destructive force. And some people were kind of well, why hasn't he trained him at all if he's had Crypto all this time? But they explained that perfectly at the end of the movie.
So good. And another thing, I think it goes throughout the movie, but I think James Gunn did a good job of showing all of Superman's powers. He gave a little bit of everything. So I think we got obviously super strength, and vulnerability,
heat vision, freeze breath.
Yep. Does whistling count? Is that a thing?
I guess super whistling. Why not? X-ray vision he uses once or twice.
I think it was cool that he only did the heat vision once because he knew that it would not harm anyone around him.
Yeah, no.
And the other Superman that Lex had been making used it carelessly a lot.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So I was
it's a good observation.
Yeah, the one time he used it was when he was surrounded.
Yeah. But yeah, I do like that he used his full power set, because one of my biggest issues with Superman in Justice League is that he just seems to forget he has certain powers sometimes. And in a situation where it would be so useful to have heat vision or freeze breath, he just doesn't use either. Yeah. But it's good. It shows a very clear understanding of Superman and his mythology as a character. And that's what Superman is. He's an American myth, you know? And he has to be, because of that, he has to be treated with a great deal of care and respect. And Gunn understands that, which is why he sort of restrained himself while also infusing the movie with enough of his own personality to make this a very... You can feel how personal the project is to him. But yeah, after he lands the Fortress of Solitude.
Okay, so this might just be me, but when we were brought to the Fortress of Solitude, he goes in there, right? all this happens, right? And then he leaves. Okay, then we see that the what is her name? What do they call her? The engineer. The engineer. Okay, the engineer comes by and she sees it. And my thought was like, the Fortress of Solitude isn't in one exact spot. I thought it would like move around or something.
Interesting.
And then she wouldn't be able to get to it.
Yeah.
But it was just there. And I was like, dang, okay. But that was just my weird thought. I thought there was like something behind that would like maybe it shifts under the ice or something to a different location. Like it's like
that is an interesting thought.
Oh my gosh. There's a Greek myth or something about an island. I can't remember.
Really?
It's like Calypso's on it or something, but it moves around and it's impossible to find.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought it was like the same concept there.
Yeah.
But I guess not.
But
yeah, we can go into what happens in the fortress, right?
The fortress. Yeah. We meet the Superman robots. Mm-hmm. Another long time piece of the Superman mythos that's never really been part of the live action films. But I love that they included it here. They had practical models for them, but they would CGI most of the time. Alan Tudyk, I love in everything he is in.
I saw he had they had like cool voice actors.
I mean, and James Gunn, of course, he likes to include his friends or people he's worked with in a lot of the same things. So Michael Rooker and Palm Clementif, who are both in Guardians. Michael Rooker he's worked with since Slither, his debut. They both voice other Superman robots, which is nice. And he gets healed by the sun. I remember when the trailer or that clip came out, some people had an issue with him screaming in pain from being healed by the sun.
I was just about to say that, but
you can hear his bones snapping into place.
Yeah.
That's not going to be painless.
That's going to hurt a little bit.
Yeah. And like they bring up Henry again, the comparison. They bring up Henry Cavill also healing by the sun after like tanking a nuke for comparison, and he's just aura farming. But like I would rather have a Superman that is like vulnerable and human than a Superman that aura farms for half of this movie.
Yeah. And he still does have his moments.
Yes, okay, he does. We'll get to that. And that's like that kind of sums them up as a whole. Like I said this on another podcast with Emma Jo, I think, but Cavill's Superman, I think, undeniably just had this gravitas and this presence about him. Like, if he walked into the room right now, you'd be like,
get me out
holy
here,
crap, that's Superman. That's awesome. That's so cool. Aura. But if Corn Sweat's Superman walked in, you'd be like, that is a Superman I want to get a hug from. And if I had to make the choice, maybe a kiss. I'd kiss David Cornsweat. I'll say it.
I'm not afraid to say it. I wouldn't, but I'm not afraid to say it.
I mean, what are we talking? No, I wouldn't. He's an alien. He's tall, dark, and Martian is not my type. But yeah, between huggable Superman and aura farming Superman, I choose huggable any day of the week.
And I think that gets shown throughout the movie.
It definitely does.
I'm glad we know Dylan's type now.
After the monster, the kaiju, with the kids,
character comes down, talks to him.
Yeah. But I mean, and that clip got leaked behind the scenes of him.
Which one?
Well, with all the kids after the kaiju fight, picking them up, high-fiving them, all that stuff. And that was the moment when I saw that picture, I knew this is going to be a good Superman.
Well, you know what they probably did?
The underwear.
They probably leaked it on purpose.
Yeah, it was like Homelander type stuff. Like he was like punching them, but that was a one time.
The underwear. Let's talk about the underwear.
Underwear?
This is the first not the first. This is the first live action movie Superman since Routh. I don't know if Routh did. I haven't seen that movie in a long time. But he has his boxers on the outside. And that's also been a source of contention for some reason. I like it. I like the trunks.
I actually do. I thought so. A lot of people were complaining that they weren't going to look good or they didn't look good in the trailer. Mm-hmm. But in the movie,
first of all, they just do look good.
I genuinely love.
I love the suit.
I'm gonna say it, I liked it better than the Man of Steel suit.
Easily, 100%.
I think this was my favorite suit that I've seen, and just because it's really detailed, but it's also fun and vibrant.
Yeah,
So it gives us off of like a good vibe. I don't know how to explain it, but I really did like it.
Tucker, how do you feel about the trunks?
I have to see him again. Hold up, isn't that your wallpaper?
I mean, kind of.
Yeah. Calling him out. What? Lex Luthor's wallpaper?
No.
It's so he can have motivation.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I thought they were fine. I mean, I think they could have been a little smaller.
Yeah,
Like
maybe
show a little bit more of a bulge, but other than that,
bro.
I thought it was fine.
Ooh, the S.
The S.
I've heard that's a big one.
That's
That's a big,
well, before we get off the
Let's go.
trunks, I love it because it's silly, and the way Corn Sweat described it is like, well, Gunn was trying to make it work, but he couldn't figure out how or why because he felt like he had to have a reason.
Trunks?
Yeah, the trunks. And Corn Sweat said he's the reason it worked. He said, well, maybe they're supposed to be silly because he's the most powerful being on Earth. He doesn't want kids to be scared of him. He wants to be seen as maybe a little silly. He doesn't take himself too seriously.
He's just this goofy
I saw some-
goofball.
He's a goofy guy.
Like a wrestling?
Yeah, and that's how it originally was. It was like wrestlers or strongmen who would wear those trunks on the outside. But the S as well, the logo.
This is some debate.
Another,
I liked it.
I think that's another interesting choice because it's the design they used for
It's pretty cool. Yeah.
for Kingdom Come, which is a great comic storyline. The art's done.
I never read that.
Yeah, the art is done by Alex Ross, who has this unique style because it's like these realistic paintings.
I've seen that dude.
Yeah, and that's the logo they use in Kingdom Come, except the background's black instead of yellow. And I think in there it's kind of supposed to represent like light coming from darkness, because the world's in a very dark spot, and most of the heroes have retired at that point. And Superman comes back to show them like superheroes can still be light and good. And I think they chose that logo on the surface level because it looks just more like a Kryptonian symbol than an S. But beyond that, it's because, like Kingdom Come, this is a story about a world where heroes are generally darker and like more. The world in general is more cynical.
So you're talking about the Kingdom Come S?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm talking about Superman the movie now. In the movie, this is a world that's darker, more cynical. The world. I mean, Superman is a beacon of hope and kindness in a world where kindness is seen as old-fashioned. And that's what the movie is about, because maybe that's the real punk rock. That's the thesis statement of this movie. Kindness is punk rock.
Can we not talk about thesis statements?
Yeah, for real, bro.
I'm talking about that right now.
Holy flashback.
But yes, I see what
you see what I'm saying.
So I actually watched an interview. Well, it wasn't really an interview. It was like they were getting asked questions.
Yeah.
So an interview.
Okay. No, so it was like people would Google questions and then like they were answering the questions off of Google, right? Okay.
Stop! They were getting questions off of Google.
Yes.
Wait, was it the one where they like tear them away?
Oh, they're
it was
the most
something like
searched
that.
questions.
It wasn't. They weren't like tearing them away, but it was like just
interviewers
basically flashcards. Never mind.
Interviewers
Anyways,
aren't. Wait. Sidetrack. Hold on.
Okay. Point is, James Gunn said that he did the S because obviously it was meant more as the symbol of House L.
House
right?
L, yeah.
So it was an actual
Of what?
Kryptonian symbol.
House
like
L, because he's Kal-El, Jor-El. The House of L is their family on Krypton.
And some people are complaining because they don't think it resembles an S, but I mean,
It kind of does if you look at it.
It does, because if you look at the
Casa de
the outline, right?
Yeah.
It's thicker on the S part.
Yeah.
Like, does that make sense?
Yeah.
I mean, if
It
you,
has a bit of a
if you
curve
look
to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This Amazon shirt, it's wearing down.
I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good new take. If you look at the symbols that we've had in the past,
You have the Christopher Reeve one, which is like basically just the OG, and then Man of Steel, which is it's like sort of a middle ground between like full Kryptonian and S. They kind of explain it away as it's supposed to be a river, which is fine. I don't have an issue with that. But
I think this is the first one where it like doesn't look like an S. Like you could argue.
You can argue it's just a slash.
It's just a slash. But I don't think that's a bad thing, and I think that if that's your only
And
like,
it differentiates it. It gives it its own identity.
Again, reboot.
Reboot.
And I think if that's your only like criticism of the movie, I'd say that's a pretty good movie. No?
Yeah.
Wouldn't
yeah.
you?
No, totally.
If that's your one critic, I mean, come on. But yeah, I think overall his whole suit, I really liked it.
Totally. Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I need a Superman open world game.
Dude.
With like all the costumes and stuff.
We need Superman open world, Invincible open world.
Invincible open world would be absolutely.
It's never gonna happen. Invincible maybe. Warner Brothers, their video game.
I mean, I would pick Invincible over Superman.
I'm still mad. Warner Brothers. That's not crazy. I'm still
not
mad.
Not like superhero wise.
Not for superhero, but for a video game.
Video game.
I'm still mad. Warner Brothers canceled their Wonder Woman game. Man, that would have been cool.
I don't really care.
I mean, yeah, but it was going to have the Nemesis system from the Shadow of Mordor games.
Never.
Which were really good. Anyway.
Okay.
Superman, Fortress of Solitude. He goes back to Metropolis to fight the Hammer of Baravia again. Yeah.
Gets absolutely
who is also a villain. I have no idea who that is.
I don't know that the Hammer of Baravia... That might be an original character, but he's not an original character because you remember who was under the mask was Ultraman.
Yeah. I didn't know who Ultraman was either. I heard of him.
Well, in the comics, Ultraman is just like alternate Earth Superman that's evil.
Yeah.
But here, spoiler alert, Ultraman is more of like, he's basically Bizarro.
Yeah.
But do you think they'll have?
And some people think that he's going to come back from the black hole, like with... pale white skin and more of like a traditional Bizarro look.
That would be sweet, but I hope that... Idea. I mean, I don't know how they would explain that. Like, it was a black hole.
Yeah, it was a black hole. But Superman, he didn't get completely sucked in, but
no, he
got out with his super breath, which is an insane feat. Like, I don't like to talk power scaling about comic characters. I think it's a very low form of discussion. But who would win? Who gives a crap?
I think it's fun sometimes.
Sometimes it's fun if you don't take it too seriously. But anyway,
the whole Stan Lee, whoever the right.
Stan Lee said whoever the winners, whoever the writers want to win. But what was I about to say? He's a strong Superman. Like the black hole feat and everything. It's just that people point to him getting, and that's another point of contention with this movie, is he gets beaten up a lot, but it's a clone of himself.
Yeah, okay. Also, it's a clone of himself, and it's the brain of Lex Luthor.
The brain of Lex Luthor, yeah.
Come on, guys.
He's doing Mortal Kombat combos on him. 1A! 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 1A!
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And can we talk about Lex Luthor? Please,
yes,
can we talk about Lex Luthor? Okay. Nicholas Hoult steals every scene he's in. I love him so much. Superman makes me want to be a better person, but Lex Luthor makes me want to be a better hater. Yeah. He's a Kendrick level hater.
Oh, okay.
He is.
That was such a miss.
Okay, never mind.
He's a Kendrick level hater.
He is reaching.
They're not like us.
They not like us. He's reaching levels of hate it's very seldom seen in comic book films. It is beautiful to watch. Killing Joke? Yeah, true. It is beautiful to watch. And Nicholas Hoult is his performance is this just deliciously smarmy little prick. He is maulding the entire movie. And his angry tears at the end are so perfect. Oh my gosh. It's top, it is a very close tie for me for my favorite bald live-action comic book villain between Nicholas Holt's Lex Luthor and Vincent D'Onofrio's Kingpin.
What about Jesse Eisenberg? Hey-yo.
Okay.
No, Jesse Eisenberg isn't... Michael Rosenbaum is still my favorite Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
He played him in Smallville, which I'm halfway through. And he has this, this calculated sort of nature about him.
Also, this is his first movie. It's only going to get...
Wait, ever?
No, I'm saying...
No.
Okay, come...
Dude, I don't know.
Nicholas Hoult is... He's probably the most well-known actor in the movie. I think he had the biggest salary. Because he's been in Mad Max. He was in The Menu.
Oh yeah, he was in The Menu.
He actually auditioned for Superman. and he was
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So did Jimmy Olsen.
yeah. Well, no, he thought he was auditioning for Superman.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Skylar
We
Gisondo.
know.
Yeah.
But the audition was for Jimmy. Every character in this movie
I
is
love
so
Jimmy.
perfectly cast. We all love Jimmy.
I freaking love
But
Jimmy.
I
People
guess
have been like, "Yo, Tucker, why do you remind me of Jimmy?" And I'm like,
Nobody,
not
you are
again.
not Jimmy Olsen.
Not every
bro.
time someone sees the movie, they ask me that. I didn't ask for this.
But at the auditions, Nicholas Hoult like sees David Cornsweet, and he's like, wow, he's a little bit taller than me. His jawline's a little bit more defined, and he's like, and of course Cornsweet got the role as Superman, and I love all the like press things with Cornsweet and Holt because they're like flirting with each other the whole time.
What?
And it's really funny. But yeah, every character in this movie is perfectly cast, from Cornsweet to Brosnahan to Holt, even down to like the smallest characters like Beck Bennett as Steve Lombard, who doesn't get a whole lot, but he is so good with what he does get. Because the second I saw Beck Bennett was cast in this movie, I knew I'm like, he's gonna be Steve Lombard.
Who's that?
He's the sports writer at the Daily Planet, and he's like just generally like a dick to Clark for no reason, and he's just this like stupid idiot guy, and that's exactly the kind of
Is
character.
that the dude that's on SNL?
Yeah, that's exactly the kind of character Beck was always playing on SNL.
Yeah.
And he does it so perfectly again here.
Well, it's just like bar for bar what they did with what's his face, the head of the freaking thing at Spider-Man job.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, because like he's a big Spider-Man fan, but he hates what's his face,
Clark,
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker.
Yeah, it's like
Well,
bar for bar.
J. Jonah
We're
Jameson
autistic, bro.
hates Spider-Man but likes Peter.
That's what I'm saying.
But Beck likes Superman,
You said it the other
but
way
doesn't.
around.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Wait,
mind.
what?
Okay.
Anyway,
But
yeah,
roulette.
he's like perfectly cast, and like just the care put into the little castings like that show an understanding of like everyone surrounding Superman, not just Superman himself. And Mr. Terrific, amazing casting. Again, he steals every scene he's in. I'm excited to see more of him. I hope he gets that spin-off show. I think he will.
I hope Jimmy Olsen gets this.
I hope Jimmy Olsen gets a spin-off. Jimmy was hilarious.
My boy.
Skylar Gisondo is an actor, like, I know I've seen him around. I don't know if I've seen him in anything. He was in the Vacation reboot, but I never saw that.
He was in Lex's girlfriend. Heyo, up top.
Eve Teschmacher, who's a kind of a crazy pull, because that was Lex's, like, I don't know if it was his assistant or his girlfriend in the 78 movie, but because he was always yelling, Miss Teschmacher! In that one. But of course it's just Eve in this, because you don't call your girlfriend Miss Teschmacher.
I mean, he would, like, if anyone would.
This Lex would. I love, oh my gosh, his crash outs, his hate. I'm not killing you so the war in Baravia can proceed. I started the war so I can kill you.
Russian roulette.
This guy
It's
memorized
so
them.
I've seen it twice. The monkeys hating, that was hilarious.
Yes.
That was so funny.
Oh
Oh
god.
my-
Yo, that was actually crazy. Now that, oh my god. now that I'm
monkeys?
thinking about it.
In the Pocket
He
universe.
went to the Pocket universe and he had a whole line of just monkeys like
Typing like hashtag super shit.
Oh, yeah, that was so funny.
talking Superman. And it's the hashtag that Cornsweet says earlier, like specifically bothers him, hashtag super shit.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
No, I hate
You know that one specifically.
That was like his
irritates
worst
me.
crash out.
Yeah, it was.
Russian
Where's the
roulette.
dog?
Oh,
And
that was-
another point people are mad about.
Where is it?
But like, you're not gonna be calm when your dog gets stolen, bro. Well,
Yeah.
your cousin's dog, even.
I will say one thing that I saw people complaining about is it wasn't as brutal as people wanted it, and hear me out on this. I heard that they took out a scene where
Ultraman punches Krypton.
yes, and,
yeah.
everyone, or I think it was in the very beginning when they were destroying all the robots or whatever. By the way, that was a really good scene without blood, like
Yeah.
everything going on. Just side note, but also the Russian roulette. I've been wanting to talk about that.
Yeah,
so
please.
that
Oh, yeah.
yeah, brutality. If we want to talk about that, he literally picked up a guy off of the street.
Again, D1 hater.
Yes, D1 hater who had one interaction with Superman
because he gave him food one time.
One interaction, okay, and took him to a pocket dimension, put him on his hands and knees. I want to say, maybe not, maybe in a chair, on his knees, and killed him.
Shot him in the head,
literally right in front of him. Oh my god,
he is evil. And like Superman's scream of just anguish when Malik dies is so sad.
Metamorpho? Is that
Metamorpho, yeah.
Okay, Metamorpho, his son.
Yeah.
That's pretty horrible too, I'd say.
Yeah, he kidnaps a baby.
Yeah. Not so great. Also, one thing with Metamorpho, there's no kryptonite in this universe. Is that true? Well, we think so. From
there's no known kryptonite.
No kryptonite.
I've seen theories. Like maybe Bruce Wayne stockpiled all of it. I can't wait to see this universe's Batman.
I do.
And this universe's Robin. And Nightwing and Red Hood and Batgirl.
Damian Wayne would be sick.
Robin's gonna be Damian. I hope Batgirl's Cassandra.
Dude, if we get Red Hood live action,
there's gonna be a Red Hood and Nightwing movie.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
I'm saying I really do want. Who played the Batman?
Pattinson.
I like.
I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I like at first I was thinking, that's a separate, universe, I guess.
Yeah.
And the only contradictory thing, actually, it's really contradictory. Never mind, this would never work. Okay, the Batman is very grounded in Earth, and Superman is the whole point of this movie is to make it whimsical, magical, whimsical.
Yeah.
To make it like that, it doesn't feel real. So actually, I don't think that would work.
But like that's the thing is James Gunn wants this universe to have like a variety of tones and genres. Like Clayface is coming out next year. That's going to be straight up horror. And I personally feel like I would love to see Pattinson and Cornsweet interact.
I mean, if anybody can make it work, it's James Gunn.
Yeah,
I actually really
not that I don't want not that I want to mess with Matt Reeves' plans because I believe in him.
If Batman 2 does, dude, they keep
it's gonna be really good.
It's gonna be good, I'm sure. But I feel my hope is that by the end of his trilogy, it's all like, I guess, the early-ish years of Batman, and then everything afterwards is Pattinson moving out into the larger DC universe. Maybe. Okay. And I really want to get a World's Finest movie.
I could see them doing something.
World's Finest is Batman and Superman.
I'd be fine if, hear me out, I'd be fine if all they did was take this Batman to the trilogy and that's it. Just, like, so they don't overdo it.
Yeah.
Because
that's fair.
It's a perfect Batman.
It is. He is. And it's tough because, like, I'd like to see him interact with others, but also I can see the reasoning for getting a different Batman for this universe.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of people point to Brandon Sklenar, which I can see.
I don't know who that is.
He was in 1923 and not much other stuff. He's
1923.
He's a pretty new actor. It's a Yellowstone prequel. But I think he'd be good. I don't know though. Right. I like Alan Ritchson a lot and Jensen Ackles.
I'm getting sad because I really want.
Yeah. I think Alan Ritchson or Jensen Ackles would both be great, but they're just too old right now.
Jensen Ackles would be perfect.
Because he's voiced him before.
Yeah.
They are going for the younger.
Yeah, and they're going for younger. However,
I think you should audition.
Yeah, obviously, I'm Batman.
You can be Robin, man.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I can be Damian. Of course. I got the looks.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god.
Or you can be Jonathan Kent. Little Jonathan, not Pop Kent.
They could do so much with the like Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah.
And my god, because you have to tie that in with.
Bro, we need a live action Hush, bro. I forgot.
Oh my gosh.
This is there's so much to do with this.
I know.
And it's because it's the beginning of the universe, and it's like you want so much right now, but we know we're not gonna get it for so long.
It's so hard to be patient.
I'm gonna be so old.
And like I mentioned earlier,
Bro, when they're like halfway done with the universe,
dude, our kids are probably going to be watching.
That's crazy.
So crazy.
I mentioned earlier I'd like to see a Crisis on Infinite Earths in this storyline eventually. And Cornsweet is exactly the Superman I can see being in a crazy storyline like Crisis.
Yeah.
And interacting with Cavill's Superman, I would actually love to see. Not even gonna lie. I don't. Do we think they're gonna do Barry Allen or Wally West Flash?
Wally West.
I would love Wally
West.
West.
I think they're
I would
going to
love
do Wally
Wally.
West. I think there was something that contradicted that for me, though. Man, I can't remember what it was.
Grant Gustin keeps saying he wants to be Flash.
Yeah,
he's like begging.
There is a mural in the Hall of Justice place with all like the Golden Age superheroes.
Bro, Young Justice.
And
Sorry,
that'd be
just
cool.
popped in my head.
And I think Dr. Fate is in there, and Jay Garrick Flash is in there. That painting too, who is the OG Flash.
Oh, it's the
with like the silver helmet. Yeah. Which that. Like, again, opens up a lot of stories.
A good Teen Titans would be sick.
Yeah.
My brain's wandering right now, but it'd be sweet. Like, you get Damien on that.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I'm very excited for the future of the DCU.
And I don't think they're going to marvel. I don't think they're going to do,
not at all.
show, you got to watch this show, you got to watch, like...
I know they're not, because, like, their focus is going to be on more artistic freedom. Like, they're giving people... It's not like Marvel where the studio is basically the director and making them do whatever.
You get more freedom.
Yeah, everything's going to be more self-contained. They're not building to any like Infinity Saga type event.
Well, do we think this is going to be the next generation's MCU? Like, is it going to be what MCU to us was to them?
I think that if they did do a big bad, obviously they can't do Darkseid, right?
Why not?
Well, because it's already been. Snyder, you don't.
I mean, yeah.
I think I'm not saying they won't do it. I'm saying for the first big.
Oh yeah, eventually. Nowhere in the near future.
Then I saw that people were saying Brainiac, and I think that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
And then what I was thinking that I saw somebody say, I can't remember who, but somebody said that this would be really good is Trigon. Okay.
Ooh,
so
Trigon. He's Raven's dad.
Raven's dad.
Oh yeah,
dude. Imagine Trigon in live action.
That'd be crazy.
So cool. Yeah. But with that, then you would have to go through whole Teen Titans. But I think that's confirmed, no?
Teen Titans? I don't know.
Is that or no?
Maybe it's likely. I feel like
it is.
With Red Hood, with Nightwing,
I mean, the thing is, they're not like greenlighting anything until they have like a good script. Which again, already putting them above Marvel.
Yeah,
because they've had so many bad scripts over the last few years.
They've butchered so many characters, so I think they're trying to. James Gunn, as the head, is trying to make sure they don't do that and they space it out.
Yes.
Because Marvel had so many characters that either one, they forgot about.
Taskmaster.
They forgot.
Not forgot,
ruined. But at least cooked them. I mean, because there's so many they forgot about and they're just like, oh, yeah, this happened to them. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Like the villain in Doctor Strange, they cooked that one. Mm-hmm. Such big potential. They always freaking do that, and I don't think DC's going to do that.
The Leader, they set up back in 2008 with The Incredible Hulk, and then just did Captain America 4. I still haven't seen it. I don't really want to.
I'm not going to watch it.
I'm not going to watch it either. Frick you, Marvel.
But then...
Maybe we're just...
maybe we are. Maybe...
No, dude, you got to watch like 4 shows and 7 movies if you want to catch up.
Dude, yeah, like there was a time in Prime Marvel when I had to watch everything.
Well, I think what happened was
like 2020.
COVID made them pump out so much because everybody was at home. You know, what else are we gonna do? And then they just kept going with that, and it's like, yo, we have work, we have school, we don't have as much time. As
that was my I really wanted to see Thunderbolts when it came out, but it was during exam season, and I couldn't go. Well, I don't know if it was during exam season, but I had a lot of work.
It was around that time.
And I just couldn't. I didn't have the time, and I don't know. Maybe that's just the what happens when you get older.
Well, I don't even think so. Like, I think I don't know. You gotta schedule your movies right, and you gotta
peak summer, like mid-summer.
Yes,
that was
bro.
perfect.
Perfect.
Literally couldn't have. I will say the only thing that, and this isn't their fault, but we had Jurassic Park and
Superman is sandwiched between Jurassic Park and Fantastic Four.
But I think out of the 3,
and
I didn't even watch.
Too.
Yeah, and F1. That was good. But I didn't even watch Jurassic Park.
Me neither.
I didn't hear. I
haven't
heard anything good about it.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is,
I think Fantastic Four is going to be.
There's just there's an inevitably big market for dinosaur movies, and Jurassic Park is the only franchise that's making dinosaur movies.
Yeah.
And so people are going to see them whether they're good or bad, and they haven't been good since the 90s. Arguably, Jurassic World.
Jurassic World.
It was okay. It was okay.
Which one was that?
It was the 2015 one, I want to say, with Chris Pratt. Yeah.
I heard Chris Pratt.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, James Gunn just said something like Chris Pratt might have been Superman if he were 10 years younger, and I'm kind of glad he's not 10 years younger.
Yeah, dude. And
I love Chris Pratt, but
okay. You know how we have the Jason Momoa Aquaman? Now we're gonna probably, I think we're gonna have the blonde, like, you know what I'm talking about?
Kal-El, no.
Just a more traditional looking Aquaman. Yeah, I'm very excited to see Jason Momoa as Lobo in Supergirl.
That'll be good.
That's gonna be great.
Lobo, dude.
Lobo.
I remember playing Injustice. You know those arcade Injustice games at like Dave and Buster's?
Yeah.
I played one of
those.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
I played one of those. I got a Lobo card. I forgot what it is, but I used to have one. You know who I had a big
Lobo's a fun character.
Yeah, I had a figure of, like Mr. Atom or something. What the frick was his name? Bro?
The Atom.
The Atom, Miss Atom, dude.
Captain.
I don't know. I had this.
Oh
figure.
no, I know who you're talking about.
Atom Smasher.
He was in. He was in the CW verse or whatever.
I gotta look this up. Like,
oh my god, he was the big buff dude, and he wore it. He was
like Adam.
It was just Adam. I think his name was just
Adam Strange.
Like the Atom.
I'm
the
fighting
Atom.
it.
Is he the guy that strings? Because if that's it, it's just the Atom.
I think it's the guy who strings. It's
okay, yeah, it's the Atom. Yeah, he's like Ant-Man before Ant-Man. But yeah, this is a universe where I can totally see like weird. One scene I really want to talk about is the conversation, his conversation with Lois. Not the argument, though that's a good scene too. The argument, but after Crypto gets kidnapped and which actually
like with the thing in the background.
Yeah, with the thing in the background.
Okay,
it's a great scene because like it shows you have these threats that like. And you have these superheroes that, he knows the others can handle it. They have it under control. And he's having this, like, very emotional moment with Lois. It's a very intimate sort of conversation. One really funny post I saw was that, like, somebody was watching Superman's argument with Lois and was like, this was written by someone who's had a divorce. And James Gunn's, he got divorced from Jenna Fisher from The Office.
Her loss.
So, I mean, but
I didn't know that. Wait, when did they marry?
A long while ago. But
James
Gunn has a lot of like his I think he draws on a lot of his personal experiences like that in this movie. Mm-hmm. Like it's that and I want to talk about. Remind me to talk about that later. But that conversation with Lois, it's so sweet. Like I love you, Lois. I probably should have told you that a long time ago. And also like. He says he's going to turn himself in to find Crypto, and she's like, it's a dog. And he's like, yeah, and he's not even a really good one, but he's out there alone.
It's not even his dog. We don't even know that.
But he's out there, he's alone, and he's probably scared, so I have to help him. And I'm like, that's Superman. That is Superman right there.
My squirrel.
And we didn't even know it was
the squirrel saving. He saves a squirrel. Yes, it's so good. That's such a good moment. He cares for every little bit of life. That's my Superman.
Yeah.
And also in the Lois conversation is the punk rock bit where she says like it's something like you trust everyone and think everything is beautiful, and he goes, maybe that's the real punk rock. And that's what this movie's about, is maybe trusting everyone and being kind and loving is punk rock. Because in this is a world, unfortunately, where that's not considered cool. Yeah. And like all the backlash from this movie kind of shows that.
Dude, that was diabolical.
Yeah. But what was I gonna? What did I tell you?
You were saying how he puts his personality.
Because it's his divorce experiences, and also James Gunn had a lot of experience with cancel culture. Because between Guardians 2 and 3, some of his old tweets resurfaced where he made some bad jokes about like I think maybe they were racist, maybe they were like pedophilic, I don't know. But they were jokes, if a little tasteless. They're still jokes. Just don't leak the COD chat logs. But people very quickly turned on him. Like he lost his job at Marvel. He lost a lot. And I think that kind of reflects in Superman, like the message from his parents being exposed and the world turns on him. Everyone immediately turns against him, and he's made out to be the bad guy all of a sudden. And I mean, James Gunn knows how that feels, which is why he's able to execute it so well, you know?
Yeah.
But speaking of the message from his parents, that's probably the most controversial thing about this movie.
So
it's a big change to his origin.
Mm-hmm. You said it had happened in Smallville, but
it happened in Smallville.
I think as the majority of people know, like that, most people think of his parents as
his Earth parents are the ones that matter.
Yeah.
But most people think of his Krypton parents as
Kryptonian parents as good people, and then it's Zod or whatever is known as the bad guy. Mm-hmm. But this is a spin. I don't know how far they'll take it, but
there is still a chance they retcon it. A part of me kind of hopes they do.
Why?
They could say it was fake.
Yeah,
but I mean, they did a lot of like confirmation,
like
of saying,
Mr.
Hey,
Terrific.
Mr. Terrific said the computer people wouldn't be wrong about this. We don't know about the linguists and the translators. Like they could be paid off.
But I thought Superman knew the language at least a little.
Well, yeah, but the second half of the language, the message.
It was in English.
Well, it wasn't in English. It was translated. But the second half of the message, Superman had never seen.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, but I think also with Supergirl, that puts in like a little bit of question. Like,
wouldn't she have told him about that?
Something like
that.
Yeah.
Also, how old is she in this movie?
She's 20s. I think Millie Alcock's going to do a good job. I haven't seen her in anything. She's very attractive. And I've heard she's really good in House of the Dragon, the Game of Thrones prequel. I like her. I like where she's going. I like that she's not just like Superman as a girl.
Yeah, I think the not vibrant, the what's the word? Crazy personality that the character
frat girl, is really good. Sorority girl.
That's really good, and also this is so small, but the fact that they say, "Oh, I went to an Earth with like a red sun," like
she goes to planets with red suns so she can get drunk.
So that to get drunk is that's
and like on the surface that's just silly, but like deeper also, down, it's her coping with Krypton's loss.
Yes, but also red suns. That means there's other suns that they could go to that, like, I don't know, could do stuff to them. Like, I know there's, like, different, I know different types of colors of kryptonite and different suns.
Mm-hmm.
They have.
Don't ask about pink kryptonite.
No, we don't talk about the pink.
Guys, what's pink kryptonite?
It makes him gay.
Does it actually?
It does.
That's so funny.
But they have different, like, stuff, so it could have different effects on him. You never know. With Metamorpho, I don't know, it could do something to him.
Maybe.
You never know. Yeah. Pink kryptonite.
Yeah. But
Give me some.
But again, with the parents, I don't dislike it as a change. I think it's not that much different from like making the Wayne Thomas and Martha Wayne having ties to like the mob. Though I'm not the biggest fan of that either.
That was dumb. No, that's stupid. I don't like that.
I like the route the Batman went, where it's like more ambiguous and also like worst case scenario, it's probably him. Thomas Wayne being a little naive and making a bad decision to protect Martha.
With the Batman, did they ever bring in the Court of Owls?
Not yet.
That would work.
Wasn't there like a small like?
There was something with owls and the Penguin. In like the background of the courthouse or something. But in any case, one very valid criticism I've seen of making Jor-El and Lara I don't know, evil. Not evil, fat. Well, they're kind of evil.
I think it's just how their planets.
Maybe
work.
it's just a different culture.
It's like in Dragon. No,
Dragon Ball.
In Dragon
people
Ball,
have made Dragon Ball comparisons.
Yeah, it's bad.
People make Viltrumite comparisons.
But
in any case, it's like one very valid critique is that Superman is like an immigrant allegory, and if you make it out to be like his home country is evil, that's kind of like
I just want
problematic.
I don't think that was the point.
I don't really
it wasn't.
care for politics at all, but I just want to say why I don't want to make a movie like this like turn it into politics. Like it's such a good movie. I think people should just focus on the fact of like this brings hope to people.
Yeah.
And it's happy.
This
And,
movie,
like,
it left me with a smile on my face and made me want to be a better human being.
Exactly.
What more can you ask for?
Yeah. I mean, and to say, like, dude, Superman, he's an alien. Really? Like,
Yeah.
Come on, guys. But yeah, I think that there's a small amount of criticisms that people can have about this movie, which I want to go back to that. I did have the two people that I was talking about was Clark Kent and Hot Girl. But I think Hot Girl's one thing that she had the one scene
with the president.
Yes, with the president. That's more
great.
memorable than like any scene Wonder Woman had. Okay, I'm
True.
so real. Like people say like, oh well, Wonder Woman's intro was so cool, and look at Hot Girl's intro, and it's like, okay, well, my bad.
I'm not like Superman.
Yeah.
And the transition at the end to the Alka-Seltzer thing dropping into the
but that was good. And then, so, let's just cancel the Hot Girl thing because she had a really good moment.
I do wish Clark Kent had more time.
Yes, but I do want to say about Clark Kent. I
see like the one scene in the Daily Planet.
Yeah.
And that might be it.
And I think that they have points where Superman's talking to Lois and it's just them two, so it's like technically that's Clark Kent,
but you don't get like the Clark Kent
thing.
Like persona.
I think you had said this if you wanted the runtime to be a little bit longer.
My main criticism of the movie is I wish it was longer.
20 minutes would have been great.
20 minutes, like just to let everything breathe a little more, and give Clark Kent a little more.
I don't think
Jimmy Olsen a little.
Jimmy Olsen.
I don't think it was super needed for more runtime. I think it was such a good movie.
It was very tightly paced. Yeah, you just want more.
And it wasn't super rushed with the pacing. I think it was a little bit. You could argue.
It was a little rushed,
but I think that it was a good movie, and I think at the end of the day, I just wanted more.
One thing I do wish they developed a little bit more, but I don't have any problem with them not doing is. They kind of set up that conflict with him. Before the movie, he goes into Jarhanpur and intervenes in the conflict without asking, and like he's dealing with the political ramifications of that. And a part of me wishes they had actually dealt with the real world like consequences of that a little bit more. However, that could be later, and they kind of hint at that at the end with Frank Grillo's Rick Flag Sr. and the other dudes talking about, well, the metahumans are calling the shots now. That's not good. But at the same time, I feel like the fact that it's not more of a conflict in this movie is a statement in and of itself.
Yeah, I think this is a more
because it's about saving lives no matter what, and that's not a bad thing. Being kind is not a bad thing. Saving lives is never wrong.
And
not the Superman anyway. It's not a conflict for him. Anyway, sorry.
This is the first movie of the DCU, so as great as it is. It did, but it had to do good in the box office, and it did. Right? I saw that
it's done pretty well.
I think probably people wanted to do better, but I think it did good on the first. It had like the highest something in the first weekend.
Yeah.
And so I think that keeping it positive is a good thing, and I think that dealing with if you want to go to the political ramifications or whatever, I don't even know what that word means. But if you want to go to that, you can do that in the next movie,
Totally.
I think this is just...
And maybe they'll deal with that in like a different show like Waller or something.
And I think this is the type of movie that I would watch again. Like, I'm going to watch it
I've seen it twice. I might see it again in like IMAX or something. I'd love to see this in 3D.
Yeah.
I feel like it would benefit.
But really good movie. I think I want to say... Oh, the fight with Ultraman and
Engineer.
I keep forgetting the engineer.
Yeah.
Okay. So people say that like I've heard that people think that nanotech is being overused.
Yeah, I think they did it well here.
Yeah, I think it was good because it's like
they use it creatively. They use it very creatively.
And also when they were fighting, right? Nanotech is like genuinely all up in there.
It's a very creative way to kill Superman. Yeah. I will say.
So my first thought when he went up, I thought he was going to go to the sun. Am I wrong?
I thought he was going to try to like make it freeze in space or something.
Yeah, he didn't even go out of the atmosphere because they weren't affected. What even happened? He went up. He went up and he goes
crashing down. And because he's covered in the nanobots, he's the only one protected. And
okay.
so Ultraman's all messed up. Engineer's down for the count.
Yeah, okay. But I don't know. I thought they were going to go to
And
Six.
that would have been cool, but I do think this was still a very cool, creative way for him to be engineer in that situation.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
You mean,
But,
yeah.
It's cool.
And yeah, I loved that. I thought that was a fun fight when he's like swinging her around at Ultraman.
Yeah. And then I think the fight between him and Ultraman, I think that's like after it, right? He throws up more. Disgusting. And then I think the fight with him and Ultraman was really good. And then how did?
Oh, real quick, like
you go.
A lot of people have said maybe this movie might have too many characters that is juggling. I feel like it doesn't really have that many more characters than like the average movie. It's just that because so many of these characters are wearing costumes, it feels like there are more.
Okay. That's a fair point.
You know what I mean?
Let's look at in-game guys. Are we?
Of course, that's a 3-hour movie.
I understand. Yeah.
But also not an introduction to all the characters.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it's not. I felt like it wasn't once an issue, and I think it takes a very talented writer to make it not an issue.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say with the fight with Ultraman, I think they did a good job with that.
Yeah.
And then
I really liked all the action sequences in this movie. I think my favorite was the Mr. Terrific scene. All shot. It definitely wasn't one shot, one take, but it was shot like it was one take.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
I have one question with when they had the tear through the city. Was that fixed? I know they had the end scene at the end, but what happened with that? Did it come back together, or was it just good?
I guess I don't know. I guess they pushed it back together. They didn't really go
like the Earth came back.
They didn't go fully into it. Oh my gosh! I don't really know. I think the end credit scene was like the fix wasn't perfect, but like it's good. It does the job. One really interesting interpretation of that scene that I saw was that the imperfect like fix, the crack represents like the reboot between the DCEU and the DCU, and how the DCU isn't a perfect fix from the DCEU, but it's a fix and it's good and it's the best we've got. I've definitely butchered that interpretation, but I thought that was an interesting
really
look at it.
I'm telling you right now, DCU is so much better.
It's so much better.
I'm that. I don't even want to fight about that.
Yeah,
it's just so.
I don't either.
It's so much better. Like actually, I'm so happy with this.
Me too. What?
The end credit where he's like, "Oh, I can be such a jerk."
Yeah, darn it!
So
I can
fun.
be such a jerk sometimes. I love all his like corny lines in this.
Yeah, he's silly.
Crypto, what the hey, dude? Just all that he says, golly, that sort of thing. Like, this is my Superman. This is my Superman. He says golly. And darn
one
it.
thing I did want to say with the Lex Luthor hating part, I forgot to mention this. Reverse Flash, bigger hater. So Anthony
Starr would be
perfect. God. Yo, the only thing is he's so old. Like, yo, what are we gonna do with that? But yeah, that was my only thing that I meant to bring that up earlier. But yeah, that would be.
I'm
cool.
very excited to see this universe's Flash.
Yeah. That's what my critique was about the Wally West. That was my controversial thing where they can't do if they want to do Reverse Flash, they would have to do Barry Allen, right?
Well, there are different Reverse Flashes for different Flashes. I think.
Okay.
Like I think.
Yeah.
Was Barry's Yobard Thawne?
Yeah.
I've always thought of Ebar Thawne as Barry.
Yeah,
like those two go together, and then Wally.
I think Wally is Professor Zoom.
I don't know.
Okay, that's true. I think
I do think they are
comic accurate.
Yeah,
but yes,
but they look sick. Their costumes are sick.
I know. Yeah, I'm excited for that. And they're gonna do like full camp, which is exactly what Flash should be.
Full what?
Camp, like campy.
That show Fall Off needs to be studied.
Oh my gosh.
What does that mean?
Like just cheesy, sort of, but in a good way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, everything.
Yeah,
everything about this.
Superman it's the campiest, but like it's the most genuine, sincere camp and heart that a comic book movie's had since Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
You think this is how people felt about like when Iron Man came out? Like,
maybe. I think this is a very different movie from Iron Man.
It's so much like it's. I don't even know. Like
I feel like you can't compare.
Yeah, you can't compare it. But like, I wonder what. Because we're not old. not on status yet, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I
You're getting there,
want to know like
I'm getting there.
what was comparatively like you could compare this to like in how this movie makes you feel. You know, with like there's so many possibilities. And,
Yeah, just filled with
everything.
possibility and hope. Force Awakens. I don't.
R.I.P.
Well,
sequel.
alright.
We're not getting into it. We're not getting into it.
Yeah, that's a whole can of worms.
Yeah, watch that. Watch the sequel trilogy episode.
But
with
don't watch the
my-
sequel trilogy.
True, with my dad and Emma Joe.
Y'all watched Force Awakens.
What?
Y'all did a podcast on Force
We did the whole sequel trilogy.
See if they like
Yeah, I dude.
The
I went into
potential-
it. I'm like, maybe I'll give it another chance. Maybe I was wrong the first time.
No.
honestly, I think the
I don't
prequels
even-
might get better with time. Like the prequels.
Yeah. I mean, nothing will beat the OG.
well,
But we're not getting into it. This is Superman.
Yeah.
You mentioned Hawk Girl. I really liked Hawk Girl.
She was cool.
She was cool. She was pretty. She was bad.
Bro, you can't just keep saying that about every
okay.
female character, bro.
They were though. Oh, one thing I really liked. I didn't make this up. This was some
She
like
was
random
so bad.
Instagram commenter. They noticed like Lois Lane, her clothing. It starts out she's wearing all black and white because it's colorless. She has like a very cynical view. Then later on, she moves into more colors in her outfit, but still like muted greens, sort of. And then by the end, she's wearing just straight up purple, which is also a mix between red and blue, Superman's main colors. But she's gone into a full color outfit, which represents like her outlook on the world and life has been filled with color and hope because of Superman, you know?
Yeah.
And I appreciated that quite a lot.
I think the last thing at the end of the movie, obviously, it's how the movie ends. The mom and pa,
Dude.
the ending with he likes to.
The
it makes
footage
sense
of his
to
parents,
me.
it soothes him. That was so
good.
that
was
multiple moments in this movie made me want to cry, or even like made me well up a little bit. I'm not even gonna lie. There were the first time I think that was one of the moments. It still hit the second time, but it didn't make me want to cry. But the two moments that did, the main ones. Number one, the conversation with Pa Kent in front of the farmhouse.
That was good.
It was so sweet. Your choices make you who you are. It doesn't matter who Jor-El says you are.
Bro, this sounds like a random black
Yeah.
dude, bro.
Oh, dude, you can't say that. And
I just thought it was like Jarrell's. What Jarrell says about you doesn't matter.
oh wait, I kind of get it.
Yeah,
now.
Jor-El.
Yeah, like Jor-El. Yeah. But no,
He said Jarrell. He threw up a gang sign audio list.
I did not.
He threw up a gang
I
sign.
did not.
He said Jarrell as he threw up like Crips.
I did not do that.
Yeah, he did.
Stop. But
You don't want to go back in the
Yeah,
pop
no.
dimension.
1A. But
Just smacked him across.
yeah.
That's not 1A, buddy.
Yeah,
It's a punch.
just a punch in the face, which is such a good detail, by the way. But
Why is
when-
that a good detail?
because the first he made like 20. No. Because he made like 2,400 moves, and 1A would be the first one, and it's just punching him in the face. You know.
Wow.
But anyway,
He's so
like Pa Kent says, like I don't know, just his talk about parenthood and fatherhood. It's so sweet and good. But the second
And as
moment,
an unk, you understand.
yeah, totally. And the second moment that made me like well up a little bit was the raising the flag scene with the kids. You hear the Superman theme playing. The kids raise the flag. They start a chant for Superman, and I don't know what it is about that, but just them calling out. It got to me, man. That is Superman. And of course, Superman doesn't even come to save them,
This
but
makes me want to put my tidy whities on the outside of my pants. and fly
it
away.
really does. But they got the upgrade.
What?
Guy Gardner.
Oh, they
Sorry,
got
kids.
the upgrade.
Superman couldn't make it. You get the upgrade. The music starts. What else did I
he's
want
about
to
to
talk
cry on
about?
set.
No, I'm not. What else did I want to talk about? We've been at this for quite a while, and we can wrap. I feel like, yeah, we can wrap it up soon if you guys want to.
The list.
We've talked about We've talked about pretty much all of this actually.
By the way, his glasses. So just so y'all know,
The
I went to go get contacts yesterday, or maybe it was the day before. I don't know. The pain It got me. No, but for real, contacts suck, by the way. Maybe that's why Superman.
This episode is sponsored by glasses.
Yeah. And body armor. Please sponsor us.
Please, yes, body armor.
Yeah.
And DC.
DC, James Gunn, sponsor me. Give me a free ticket to Supergirl, maybe.
Or 3 free tickets, maybe.
3 free tickets, perhaps. That'd be pretty cool. I want to. Please, can I meet David Corn Sweat? I want to meet Dave.
You want to get Corin sweaty with him?
What the heck, dude?
Hey, yo.
What the heck? You can't say that.
You brought it up.
He's married. He's a married man.
Speaking of married man, Coldplay incident, guys. Am I right?
Okay.
We're not talking. No, we're talking about Superman.
That wasn't very super.
Is that lore accurate? His glasses, they said something about.
Yeah,
I think it's like a Silver Age thing, like from way back in the comics. It's very funny to me.
Are they being
and it's
serious
such a good.
about that? Like,
I don't know. I don't know if they're
like,
actual hypno glasses.
Actually make it because I could see that happen.
I don't know,
like,
but
made them glasses?
it's such a funny conversation. I love Nathan Fillion's line delivery. It's the hypno glasses. They terrific. How do they work? They make your face look different when you see them than his. I don't know.
I thought it was legit.
It was a really funny talk. And I love that he trusts everybody with his secret identity. We're also of the cloth. That was hilarious. I love the movie's sense of humor.
What do you mean of the cloth?
That haircut should be against your vows.
Yeah, he brings up. That's another thing. He brings up the Lantern Corps. A lot.
Yeah.
Like I think it's like three
times. Yeah.
That's like, dude.
You're exactly the kind of alien threat I was set up by the Green Lantern Corps to protect Earth from, which is kind of a clunky line, but I think Nathan Fillion makes it work. And I love just a little moment when Superman grabs him because he's angry. He goes, "Oh, make a move, Big Blue." I don't know why I like that moment so much.
Yo, who will win?
Who would
win?
Superman. If Batman can beat Guy Gardner, Superman can beat Guy Gardner.
Batman can beat Superman though.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm just trying to spark. I'm trying to spark the debate.
I don't know if that even made sense or not.
I wanted someone to crash out.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I like Batman and Superman more than Batman versus Superman.
Well, doesn't everybody like?
I don't know. Well, why'd we get a Batman versus Superman movie?
Because Zack Snyder just likes violence. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I need a world's finest movie. But yeah, I
need to skip 10 years from now and just like
watch everything. Yeah, actually, please, James Gunn.
I still think that's crazy to think about that. I think this is gonna go a while.
I hope this goes for a long time.
And I think, dude, our kids are gonna.
That's absurd. We're
so old. We're gonna be so old.
Yeah.
We're gonna be old.
We're gonna be unk. Wish, dude.
No, but I mean, I think I've touched on most of what I want to touch on for this movie.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna think
you
about
want to
something.
touch on Corn Sweat.
Shut up. Yeah, but no.
What?
Oh, let's just run through the movie really quick.
Okay, yeah.
Make sure we got everything.
Yeah. So
where do we beginning credit scene? We went to the. Boom,
he gets beat up again. Malik helps him up.
Yeah.
Another great moment that people like him.
You're gonna have to carry from here.
What happens after that? Hold on, Wikipedia.
Beginning.
He goes to the Daily Planet, and Jimmy Olsen talks about how Superman's butt got kicked.
And he's like, his butt didn't get quite kicked.
Yeah.
The portals was pretty cool with the
Engineer and Lex invade the Fortress of Solitude. Lex Aura Farms.
He's like, this is where I'm solituded. And then
that's what happens. They fight the kaiju.
Yeah, he didn't want to.
I like how Superman wanted the kid alive. Yeah. They hear the second half of the message where his parents tell him to conquer Earth, subdue whoever stands against him, and take as many wives as he needs.
Yo, we know who to talk to for that.
Jimmy!
Oh. Well, people call me Jimmy. So.
You're not.
What?
Luthor imprisons Superman turns himself in. Superman goes to the Pocket Universe where he's trapped with Metamorpho. Miss Teschmacher.
Quickly, I want to say, has anybody like gone through the whole Pocket Universe thing and like the scenes and seen if they could see anybody in the background?
I was kind of looking around the background for other people.
I'm just saying, like, if anybody on the internet, because I'm not.
I don't know.
I'm not that. Like, it could be like one pixel, and they're like, "Oh my god!"
I feel like I would have seen something about it by now.
Yeah, probably.
But I do think that would have been a good up. But at the same time, I see why they didn't want to make it too like overstuffed with cameo appearances.
They didn't have a lot. It was more like just jokes.
Yeah. Luthor interrogates Superman. Eve sends Jimmy all the selfies, and I love Jimmy's like relationship with Eve. Her label as mutant toes on his phone.
What?
That's how she was labeled. He called her mutant toes because he said her toes. She's like, you said my toes look like someone spilled. What'd she say? You said my toes look like someone spilled shrimp cocktail on the floor. There we go. Yeah. And she's not even that bad looking. She's
you haven't seen her toes though.
True.
Dude, if you see them,
don't show me.
And I like how he gives Lois the information about the Pocket Universe. He's like, you don't even know how big you owe me. It's funny. The Pocket Universe, Metamorpho and Superman get free. Lois and Mr. Terrific help them. Green Lantern. Okay. They escape the Pocket Universe. Lex creates the rift in the city. Everything's falling apart. Superman's recovering at the Kent farm.
One thing, when his building split apart and then he flew away? Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought he was going to do like a rocket ship thing with his whole building. That
would have been hilarious. Yeah. Green Lantern, Metamorpho, and Hawkgirl stop the second Baravian invasion of Jarhanpur. Apparently Jarhanpur, or Baravia, is like a really deep cut. That was in like Superman issue number 2 in 1939.
Bro.
Like only James Gunn, bro. Only James Gunn would do that. It's based on a lot of different things. I think tonally it's very influenced by All-Star Superman. My mic got unplugged again. There we go.
Supergirl's going to be really based on the...
It's going to be based on Superman Woman of Tomorrow by Tom King, which is a great story. It's very lore accurate, like her being a party girl who likes to get drunk because she's coping with Krypton's loss. Because unlike Superman, she can actually remember Krypton, and she was there to see its destruction.
How old was she when she was in the pod? Because I know,
like a teenager.
Most people saying that. I want to say she's like 10 or something, like somewhere around there, like very early, like tweens. Is that the right word? Tweens, like
I don't know. Yeah,
or something. And then, how are they gonna do it? Does she get put in like the what is that like time something where like she gets stuck
like
in
a wormhole?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Like
I can't remember how it works.
Or if like it just gets delayed. I don't know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know. They stop the invasion. Superman and Mr. Terrific fight Engineer and Ultraman. Hawkgirl kills the president. Superman defeats Engineer, unmasks Ultraman, revealing he's a clone. Luthor refuses to close the rift. Superman Ultraman fight. Superman wins. Ultraman gets pulled into the black hole. Superman and Terrific go to Luthor Corp to shut down the reactor. Another really funny moment when Luthor is starting the wormhole, the portal or whatever. He sees Superman and he tries to book it, but Superman just decks him through the window. I love his speech. He's as human as anyone else. He loves, he gets scared, he feels.
Yeah.
It's very much like telling, not showing the message of the movie, but I think it works.
It works, yeah.
Well, I think they show it throughout. And
it's like I feel like a lot of superheroes do that kind of final speech thing.
Well,
it's very Captain America of him.
Yeah.
And I think Superman and Captain America are great characters for similar reasons, like embodying humanity or America's best traits. But Krypto's scene where he just messes up Lex is hilarious. All the while Superman is like, Krypto, no, Krypto, put him down, stop. Of course, it doesn't listen. He doesn't even call him a bad dog or anything afterwards. But the camera work was interesting in that scene because like the sun is glaring through the windows at a point at some times when he's even like, the sun is blinding out Superman. Like, you can't see him because the glare of the sun's so bright. And the interpretation I saw for that is like, Lex isn't entirely seeing Superman's point of view. You know what I mean? Not really? Okay.
Yeah, we're stretching.
Okay, yeah, maybe that's a stretch.
I see what you're saying.
I think it could also mean like he's just a savior sort of coming from the light. But it's interesting because Lex, it could just be a cool camera style choice because Lex had the same effect earlier in the movie in like his first appearance, I want to say.
Also the music when Lex, I think you posted it on your thoughts or whatever on Instagram or whatever. But like the music that Lex has, is that like original or something?
I think it's original.
That is fire.
Yeah,
it's like
it's very simple but very good. I like that they brought back the John Williams theme from the original movie. The Superman. It's great. It's like the best superhero theme of all time. And some people think it's stupid to bring it back. I don't. I think it's no different than them bringing back like the John Barry James Bond theme between like every single James Bond. I don't know if either of you have seen a lot of James Bond. Have you? No? Okay. But yeah, they use the same like theme for him. And I think Superman should be no different. They should like the Williams theme is very definitive for him. I can see them bringing back the Danny Elfman Batman theme. You'd know it as the Lego Batman theme.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah. But yeah, he beats Lex finally. Lex has these angry tears, which are so great.
I think
I love Lex's scream of rage and like him throwing the cup of pencils on the ground after Superman escapes the dimension.
I like that they casted everyone young because they want
to keep this going for a while. Yeah,
but I will say I've never really like, what is it, the guy who played Lex in
Man of Steel.
Yeah,
Batman v Superman. He wasn't in Man of Steel.
Okay,
sorry, Jesse Eisenberg.
Yeah, okay,
it was not
one
good.
terrible. But
apparently, Eisenberg talked to Nicholas Hoult and was like, "Don't do what I did."
Yeah, but he's they casted him as young too, and I didn't really like that. But I feel like I've always seen Lex Luthor as like obviously he's a young billionaire by billionaire standards, but I've always seen him in like his 30s.
Yeah.
So it's a little odd seeing him a little bit younger, but I mean I understand why they did that. And,
I think I'm like used to it right now because I've been going through Smallville, and that's also like a younger Lex. Yeah, it's like young Clark, Lex, everyone. And this does feel very similar to Smallville in a lot of ways, a lot of the best ways possible. To me, it's almost. I mean, I haven't finished Smallville, so I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I like the younger Lex. I think he did great.
Yeah, I think everyone in this movie had really good.
They had good performances. They had great chemistry. Yeah. Everyone interacted with each other, and like you could feel them getting along really well.
I think that's really important.
So apparently, David Cornsweet and Rachel Brosnahan had to make out for like 4 hours to film their kissing scenes. And I'm like, someone was like, being the spouse of an actor has to be like the hardest thing in the world. Can you imagine being David Cornsweet's wife right now? Going to the movie, seeing them, because they were kind of getting into it. Like,
how many takes did that take?
The apartment scene where he like lifts her up, puts her on the counter, and they're still. I messed it up. Oh man, we gotta do it again.
Oh. And it's bring your kid to work day.
Yeah. But yeah, I like they go into the whatever building it was, and they fly up, they're kissing. Perry White's like, how long have they been hooking up?
Oh, was that when they said that, he said 3 months, so does that mean he knows that Superman is cocaine?
I don't know.
What was that? I felt like I remember seeing that, but I was like, it didn't click in my brain. Like I said,
I haven't thought about that actually.
So I watched the movie in the drive-in theater, by the way, so I wasn't fully paying attention.
Then again, I feel like Jimmy wouldn't have been talking about Superman getting his ass kicked if he knew Clark was Superman.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just it.
So maybe
make sense.
I think
Wait.
I think they know Superman and Lois are dating. They don't know that Clark and Lois are dating.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
It was just because he said 3 months, and before that, they had also said that Clark and Lois were
a couple.
were a couple for 3 months. So that's
Yeah. I don't know. I feel I can see Jimmy figuring it out sooner or later. I do hope we see more Clark and Jimmy.
Yeah, how are they gonna do the oh well, I want Superman and Clark in the same room, because I feel like they've always had like I know a lot of
he's had a lot of solutions for it.
Yeah.
Like he has the robots. Sometimes he's made like a robot that looks like him. I feel like he's had Bruce stand in as Superman at some point. Which I cannot wait to see.
It's gonna be so good.
Batman and Superman's friendship is my favorite friendship in comic books, and I can't wait to see it on the screen. We got like a hint of it at like the end of Justice League, where he buys the Kent farm, or he buys the bank, but like we never get into it. You know, you don't get the crazy moments where they swap costumes, go on a double. I want to see him. Bruce and Selena go on a double date with Clark and Lois.
I mean, I just gotta say, like, this movie made me so happy, and like I really liked it. I enjoyed it a lot, but it also like it is really frustrating that it's the first movie and it's gonna take so long. Yeah, and that's a good thing.
But I haven't had that feeling of like I can't wait to see more since like Prime MCU.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing, but it does suck.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Wait.
Yeah, that's and then the end of the movie. He goes back to the fortress. He says hi to his cousin. His cousin visits Millie Alcock, Supergirl, who I'm very excited to see. Woman of Tomorrow is a great story. She takes Crypto back, and it's a funny scene, and it also perfectly explains why Crypto is such a terrible dog, but he's a good boy still. Good boy. And then he watches the footage of his parents, his birth parents now, rather than his birth parents were the earlier ones. It's his adoptive parents now, which is such a sweet moment. And that's the end of the movie, and it ends on Punk Rocker, another song this movie put me onto, driving the point home that kindness is punk rock, and that's the movie. And it's great. It's wonderful. I love Superman.
PSA 9.
I also would give it a 9.
My only complaints.
It's not perfect, but it's good, and I think
I gave it a 9.
Any faults the movie has are the faults of like just James.
I think
this feels mean to say, but it's the faults of James Gunn and his faults as an artist rather than the faults of the studio. And I very much prefer that.
I agree.
I think this is a personal project, and he makes artistic choices. It's not like someone like the Russo brothers directing, where in like Infinity War and Endgame, as good as those movies are, where they don't really make artistic choices.
Like you don't get emotionally.
You do, but like it's not like it doesn't have its own personality to it. It's like. The personality comes from just it being Marvel, rather than it being, like, who the artist is, you know what I mean? Like, the MCU, these characters are kind of, like, anyone, it doesn't matter who's directing or who's acting.
Like, you're always gonna have, like, there's not many other movies where, like, you see a scene and you're like, I know that exact director, it has to be that director. Mm-hmm. Like, I know, like, I don't know a lot about movies, I'm gonna be honest, but I know, like, Christopher Nolan is, like, one other director that I know, and, like, when I watch a Christopher Nolan movie,
you know you're watching a Christopher Nolan movie. Yeah, like Nolan, Scorsese, Raimi, who did an MCU movie, but I feel like they didn't let him do, if they should have.
It was terrible.
I did not like Doctor Strange 2. They should have just let Raimi do whatever he wanted, and then it would have been good.
But I think with the James Gunn thing, you can see, like, his personal touches. Like, all the James Gunn movies, at least the major ones, have It has his distinct sense of humor, his needle drops in the music, and just his personality. It's very much his own.
and it's great. And that's what the whole DCU is going to be.
Yeah. I will say though, I've heard that obviously he's not going to direct everything.
No.
Right? So I think he's just going to oversee everything.
Mm-hmm. Like he's not directing Supergirl.
Yeah, which allows everyone else to have their own personal touches. But I think they're gonna what's the word? Like allow creativity or
I think the DCU hopefully will be very much a win for like sort of a reconciliation between artistry and comic book movies, because they've become so corporate and like studio mandated that it's just they don't have personality anymore. Whereas this was made with a lot of love and heart and care. And like I said with the Tarantino quote earlier, if you have that much love, it's going to be hard to make a bad movie. You know? Tarantino, that's another director that has like a very distinct personality. I can't wait for more. James Gunn did say like Superman is the most exhausting movie he's ever made because it's so different from anything else he's ever made. So it was harder for him to do.
Most pressure,
yeah, definitely. And so I don't think he's gonna do anything. He's gonna direct anything else like this. I think he's gonna stick to more his own comfort zone with like Peacemaker, Amanda Waller, Suicide Squad, Creature Commandos, that sort of deal. And that's okay. I'm just glad he's running the business side of things and the creative, just running whatever.
He doesn't like the not necessarily smaller characters, but
yeah,
because DC is big.
DC's big,
and they do need to. They can't just focus on the smaller characters right now because they are creating.
They have to set everything up.
So they are going to have to do bigger characters, but I think out of the bigger characters, he'll probably be able to do the smaller.
Everyone's waiting on Batman and Wonder Woman mainly. The Green Lantern show should be cool.
I think. Oh, they're doing a show of that.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan are the main focus, but Guy Gardner will be in it. And apparently, Nathan Fillion said he drops more F-bombs in like the first 10 minutes than he has in his entire career. They're already filming.
Oh shoot!
Yeah, and I'm pumped for the Lanterns show, and it's called Lanterns, not Green Lanterns.
What do they have confirmed making right now?
Supergirl, Lanterns, Peacemaker season 2. That's next month. It's made. Amanda Waller show, which I don't know how that's going to work out. The Batman Part 2, but that's its own thing. The Brave and the Bold, which is going to be their Batman and Robin movie.
Confirmed?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's Andy Muschietti is directing it.
Wait. Is that part of DCU?
It's DCU. It's DCU.
Oh, so they've casted Batman?
No. I think they're still working on the script. The director currently attached to that did The Flash.
Which seasons? That's very important.
The movie. Which it could be good, could be bad. I feel like the faults of that movie are mostly of the studio. I don't really have a problem with the direction of that. I think the CGI was very rushed from The Flash, but you know, it is what it is. He directed It, which has its own very distinct style. So that should be interesting. It's interesting to have a horror director attached to Batman.
There's so much different from James Gunn. Like
the movie. And that's not a bad thing.
No, yeah, you don't want every movie to be the exact same.
Yeah. Yeah, Tucker, do you have any thoughts?
I love superheroes.
Yeah, true. This like reignited my love for superheroes. I had been dwindling for a while, but
Marvel kind of just dragged me.
Yeah. Thunderbolts was good.
I never watched it. So
I didn't either.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it flopped at the box office, unfortunately. But
fortunately,
actually, what was the last Marvel movie I watched? Holy, I can't remember.
I don't remember for me either.
Yeah, please watch Superman if you haven't already, or watch it again. And cause it's a good movie. Bring your friends, bring your family, bring your grandma. I don't know.
Bring your
adoptive parents. Bring your bald arch nemesis. It'll make
bring that one dude you don't really talk to.
Yeah.
Maybe
bring your shoddy.
Bring your shoddy.
Bring someone you want to be shoddy.
Plural.
Bring your shoddy. Ooh. Bring your shoddy's boyfriend.
Bring your
dog.
Bring your dog. Bring your wife's boyfriend. Bring your husband's.
Bring your
girlfriend.
CEO and his.
But I think that'll wrap this up. I don't really have anything else to say. We've been at this a long while.
Yep, good movie.
Good movie.
Go watch it.
Basically, thank you for coming on, Connor.
Yep.
Thank you for coming on, Tucker.
Yes.
I hate you. I hope you die. And catch y'all on the flip flop.